guys, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping to the charts, don't forget to smash the like button. Let's do it. So let's start with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and then we are going to look at Dow Jones, SPX, and NDAX as well. Sorry for the delay. I was not feeling well in the previous days. But yeah, let's go. So first things first, let's take a look on volume and OBV. Oops, not this one. Yes. So since since August, we didn't had enough buyers or interested people in buying Bitcoin at those ranges. And also we didn't had bullish continuation, like a bullish sentiment followed by buyers volume. And now let's take a look here on OBV. So this is a thing that I highlighted back in the day, how bullish Bitcoin is. But remember, each single candle, it's 1 month. So everything takes a lot of time to develop, to happen, to become clear, etc. And this is a straight bullish continuation pattern. It is going to break bullish soon, but not today. So now let's take a look on the candles. Just a second. Okay. So here on the top, so this guy here, so here we had the head and shoulders that we talked about back in the day. Just a second, folks. Okay, so the candle alone, it's a bearish spinning top. And inside these two guys here, we have two things. The head and shoulders and the retest of the neckline. And so what is this? What you're talking about? So let me give you an example. So when we jump into the 4-hour chart, you guys will understand what's happening. So let's say, just a second. Let me show you both examples. And you will have a better understanding. So this one here, it's for the head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Then we break bearish and retest the previous neckline. And here, it's for the inverted head and shoulders. Retest of the previous neckline. So this is the most natural behavior for this kind of pattern and outcome, what we may expect next. So the last candle, catching up in price, this hammer is not bullish. Okay, some people may take this as a bullish one, but it's not bullish at all. Now let's jump into the weekly. So if you guys saw my previous analysis on Bitcoin and also the one for the harvest, if I'm not wrong, we talked about the bigger picture. So for now, let's focus on the last action. Just a second. Okay, so here is the head and shoulders, which will be clear when we jump into the daily and 4 hours. But for instance, again, back in the day, I talked about this little guy here, the green hammer in between. And I said, guys, this is not bullish. This is it's a dangerous behave. And then right after we broke bearish. And right here was the right shoulder. And yeah. So then again, we had just a second. Let me use the tool. Oh yes. Okay, so we broke bearish and we knew that Bitcoin was going back to 10,946. We knew. We shared many charts about this scenario in the Champions Club, multiple daily updates there, and we've been talking about this. The question was how and if it is going to be clear, because our idea was to make trades in both ways, right? To long to 10.9 and then to short around 10.9. But unfortunately, we didn't have anything clear here at all. And this kind of behavior, it's how can I say? It's the idea is to leave the maximum number of people behind, because it is so weird, so shapeless, that only a few people, and the ones who are working on it, the market makers and whatever, they know how this is going to play out. So when it's not clear, it's weird. It's not bullish, you know? Okay, so then we went to 1100. Yes, 1100. Rejected multiple times. And let's keep looking at it. Okay, so here it's when things start to become a little better, clear. So starting here, this is the shooting star, right on top, shining alone, all the way bearish. The bear break, the retest of the previous neckline. This was not a 100% accurate move. I will show you on the daily. Here it won't be 100% clear, but let's talk about this kind of behavior here. This ascending behavior, like a ladder, it's not bullish at all. This is catch up in price. Okay, so let's jump into the daily. We will have more room to work here. Oh, right here, beauty. What I'm going to show you here, it's not support or resistance behavior. You guys know I don't use this methodology. It's just to show you again what we had and what happened. So this is the head and shoulders structure, and this is the neckline. But the thing here is we can have multiple necklines here, and so maybe more than one. So for example, 1, 2, or 3 may be accurate. So it's like not only a single range, I mean a single specific price level. It can be a small range, so this makes difficult to better acknowledge when exactly can be the neckline. Second. So this is the ascending behavior that we talked about. So this is not bullish at all. Maybe in a way we can, I believe it's fair to say that 11 and 100 was enough for this retest. And remember, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate to be valid. Okay. Because the numbers are so close, what is the point? To spend millions of dollars, actually to burn, to, you know, let's say 1100, just $15. So why to spend a lot of time, money, and effort for something that they know what is going to be the outcome? So that's when we look at the neckline and the numbers, and we must acknowledge, like, not by the cents, by, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20. Every single number is important. So right here, this scenario here, we talked about this one a lot, but we didn't have anything clear here at all. We had two structures that broke in a premature way. Was not clear, so hard to trade, you know, hard to long or to short, but wasn't clear at all. And then, folks, Then, so this is the daily chart, remember? We went through 1100, rejected, rejected again, and this candle here in between. If you guys remember, we talked about this on XRP. It's the same kind of behavior over and over the board, not only about Bitcoin or only about XRP. So this is something that happens every single day in multiple assets. So this is nothing new. So again, rejection, rejection, evening star, rejection. This is not an evening star, this is a bearish spinning top right below our key level 10.94 and 6. And this some way can lead people to a mistake because it looks like bullish in small time frames. But when we look into bigger time frames, we can see this is not friendly at all. But still, let me show you on the 4-hour chart. Just a second, please. Okay, so okay, let me show you here exactly what happened back in a few days ago. I know there are a few members of the Champions Club watching right now, and you guys are well familiar with this. We talked a lot about this scenario. Not this one here. Yes. So we were expecting for the 96, but it didn't come. This descending behavior was bullish, but then it ended up in a weird way without shape or form. And just a second. I'm not trying to be accurate on the draw here, okay? Because this is speculation. Like I just told you, we didn't had anything clear at all, okay? So it doesn't make sense keep trying to draw lines and try to figure out if it's not clear, it's not there. And then we had this rising wedge, which broke bullish, but actually was a bearish move. So right here. And this is a speculative scenario, okay? Because again, it was not clear even for the bear side. So wasn't clear for the bulls and wasn't clear for the bears. This is a way for the quote market makers to do their move without much interference. You know, a lot of people buying or selling or longing or shorting and making things more expensive to move, okay? Because when things are not clear, people are not going to trade. At least the smart money folks. Let me clear here. Okay. Just another thing that I want to show you that I showed back in the day. Most of you guys will remember this. So let's take a look again. Just a moment. Cool your jets. Hold your hats. And so here we are having the same kind of bearish behavior, and this leads to what? To bearish continuation. Yes, folks. There is nothing new. So now let's take a look on this scenario that I talked about for this to look like something bullish, but actually is not bullish. But we are going to acknowledge this scenario here to see what, you know, what can be a possible outcome. Okay, have in mind this kind of behavior here, it's the exactly same behavior we had for Dow Jones. And just for the sake of this example, let's take just a quick look for you guys to see. right here. And now the both black lines, just a second, and you are going to understand. I will be quick here. Okay, so we know we don't have gaps on crypto, right? But the only thing that I want to show you is this, the behavior around our key levels, okay? Back to Bitcoin. Moment. Okay, so it's exactly the same behavior. This is nothing new for us. We are used to this kind of behavior. And so what could be a inverted outcome here? The target for a bull break here would be around 11 and 200. Around the 200, 230, or maybe 50. But the thing is, remember, it is a small structure with a lot of bearish activity around this range, and we know everything above, for now, it's the bears territory. Okay, and another thing, we know markets don't flatline, so a lot of volatility is going to kick in, and I bet my shoes is not to be up. But even though, let's say we have 5% chances to keep going, you know, let's say 11, 200, 304, whatever, and 95 chances for a small bearish activity before the big day, because we know this is the last train event. It's happening just in front of our eyes. And yes, so if we take a look far away with a zoom, we can see how bearish this move is. It is not a clear bear flag. No, it's not clear because it's a aggressive move, but it's still bearish. Right now it's around 50%, if I'm not wrong. Let me take a look here, just a second. Yes, so as you guys can see, Bitcoin is floating around his 50% average price for this range, which is a natural retrace for bearish continuation, and the same rules works for the bulls. Okay, so this is nothing new. Now let's take a look on Ethereum. Otherwise this video will be too long. Yes. Okay, first things first, let's go for volume. Yeah, so same behavior as Bitcoin. We had a lot of bullish activity in August, but right now it's the bears are dominating, and this is nothing new. Around September, in the last years of a harvest cycle, I talked about this in the previous harvest cycle. So volume not great. We have the bullish divergence since the previous all-time high for this moment right now. This is amazing, but we also talked about this back in the day. It doesn't have to play right now. Okay, remember, each single candle, it's a monthly candle, but the numbers are great, are awesome for Ethereum. And I saw someone talking about a scenario for 50 cents for Ethereum. So I don't know where these people get this idea. But okay, let's keep going. So here, the last candle, it's all the way bearish, all the way, okay? Because since the high and the bear break, this empty wick here, it's the buyers pushing back. So this kind of movement is a movement where the buyers are dominated because they don't have all the firepower and all the steam to keep pushing at these levels. And why that? Because the smart money folks, they don't buy high. They don't buy at key levels. They look to sell at these levels, not to buy. And so this is one of the reasons this is bearish for now. Let's go into the weekly. Oh, here it is. So this is the bear break that we talked about, and not only the bear break. There are other things that we must acknowledge. First, it was a big rejection from the previous bull break. So that's the first red sign. The second one is a breach in the who. Multiple levels. Let's address only this one here. And again, a strong move down and then catch up, just like Bitcoin. Chop, 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 chop to the key level. For Ethereum is 377, Bitcoin 1094 and 6. And so, as you guys can see, they buy the lower sections, they keep going, but they end up being rejected and printing multiple bearish spinning top candles. This is very bearish. Let's take a look on the 3 days. Let's use the square, just a second. Oh, not here, sorry. Not going to address the previous one because we just talked about it. So for this range, this is a dominant range for the bears. The bears are in control. And so the bears needed, if you look here on the 2 days, they only needed a single candle to do their move. So let's say 1, 2, or 3 days. And the catch from the bulls, it's 3, not acknowledging the lower section. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 days. So it's a big difference, folks. If they weren't able to get closer, it's probably enough. They are probably done right now. And again, the only bullish candle was this one here from 332 to 377.84. All the others are bad candles. Okay, let's continue. Let's go into the daily. Okay, so it is not a, that there is not a lot of candles here. Let's go into the 4 hours because it will be more clear. So the thing here is, folks, if you look at Ethereum like this, it is not going to be 100% clear. If we zoom out, it will start to become clear as we have the bear break. Second. Bear break. Catch up. And so this is a perfect bear flag. It's not even a V, because if we try to measure time here, it's a big difference. It's not the same thing. Let's take a look. So 3 days and 20 hours for the bears to do their move. Now let's take a look on the bulls. So 13 days and 4 hours. This is domination, folks. There is nothing bullish here at all. It's still, by the same way Bitcoin can make a small move up, So can do Ethereum. Okay. We had a possible aggression at 410 in the worst case scenario, but it's very risk, low reward, so not touching. If we make a draw here to address the behavior, let's take a look. Oops. Second. So let me see if I can make this better. It doesn't have to be accurate. You just have to understand the nature. Okay. So it can be a megaphone structure, or a bear flag, or a rising behavior. All of them are bearish. Okay, all of them. There is nothing bullish here at all. Okay, so this is the 4 hours. Yes, and so a few smarties were asking about targets. Like, oh, if you don't have a target, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, so what's the targets? What's the targets? Like challenging. But the thing is, they have no idea about technical analysis and trading setups, how to find targets. They don't even know how to find a target. So they keep me making those silly questions. And a thing that I already explained, if a scenario is not clear, there is no way to measure the targets. So bear flags, just for the sake of this example, this bear flag can break and stop here. And then we can keep developing another bigger and bearish structure before the bear break. So some scenarios provide targets, others not. And so we have to figure out by ourselves such scenarios and targets. So this is not rocket science. This is nothing easy, that we have answers all the time. But most of the times we have. Let's take a look on the XRP. And in my last XRP update, a lot of folks, the same kind of folks, the ones who have no idea about technical analysis or about markets, whatever, they were saying, whoa, but you are bullish and bearish, so this can go up or go down. The thing that they never understand is just the same thing that I just explained about Ethereum. When there is nothing clear, we chart possible scenarios. So for example, if it is possible to happen, we are going to take on scenario A, B, C, D, and E. And if A, B, C don't play out, we end up with only D and E. So that's the way to stay one step ahead. But these kids, they will never have an idea how such things work. So let me see. Okay, let's take a look on volume first. As you guys can see, there is no bullish volume at all. And I saw some people talking about cracking. It was XRP against XBT. So these folks, this is not a retail side. This is the future contracts side, which means all that big volume is not around physical coins. It's around future contracts. So one thing doesn't have nothing to do with the other. And a lot of people freaking out, oh, you saw XRP volume, XRP. So for you guys to have an idea, all that volume is not even accounted on the XRP ledger. Yes. So yeah, just another another word thing that people looking at, but they talk about things they don't understand. So let's go. Oh, let's take a look on the OBV as well, right? So on the monthly, it's broken, okay? It works properly on the weekly, as you guys will see here. Totally different, okay? So it's still the same thing, no change so far. Very similar with Ethereum, very, very similar. Okay, so here we talked about this guy back in the day, how bad this was. I call it for this, I call it for the 2 bear breaks in advance. So this was the first one and then the second one. And the second one, I nailed it by the cents. Yes, but people, they don't remember the good things that we do, right? But they are always looking for more. Okay, so shooting star, not the worst one, but still all the way bearish. This is a breach, engulfing candle. This is very bearish. And remember, this is on the monthly. This is very strong. Let's go for the weekly. Oh, just a second. Okay. So again, the rejection back in the day, rejected again, shooting star, inside bar with a whole breach, bearish, then another attempt, marginal high, bearish, broke bearish again. So this was exactly the same kind of behavior we talked about for Bitcoin and Ethereum. When people look at a single candle and they say, whoa, this is bullish, they bought the dip and then end up in a bear break. So this is actually a bull trap, okay? And so again, the same behavior compared with, it's weaker compared with Bitcoin and also weaker compared with Ethereum, but they have all the same nature, and I'm going to show you on the lower time frames. Just a second. Here, it's more clear how bearish it is. It's similar, but not the same behavior that we had here back in the day. It's almost, it's like a junction, just one section before continuation of the ones in control for this scenario right here for the bears. And someone said that this would be the bottom for XRP. Believe or not. Yeah, someone is in trouble already. So again, just like the same behavior that we saw on Bitcoin and in my previous video, I addressed exactly this kind of behavior. So let's take a look on the daily. Yeah, so here you guys can see, so actually we can see 2 things here. The first attempt to stop was engulfed, broke, and since the next bear continuation, the next break compared with this guy here, what we had, let's use the square again. So as you guys can see, this is inside bar trade. This is domination. The bears are in control without needing to make a big move. Okay, they just have to let it go so they can make even more profits when they sell. That's how it works. And again, let's use the same method that we used for the Bitcoin, if I'm not wrong, or Ethereum. So here, this candle is worth 1 day. 1 day, folks. Let's use the square again. So this one 24 hours. And since this big bear move, let's take a look on how many days XRPs chop, 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 chop on the side. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days moving a bearish dominated way. This is called inside bar trade because it's a range for domination. And maybe some of you may say, well, it is possible to break bullish. Anything is possible. The thing is, what are the fundamentals that we have for such claim? We don't have zero, nothing. We don't have any. The only thing that we have here right now, it's a sign of weakness, and it's very, very weak compared with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So those are the facts. And now let's take a look here. Just for the sake of this of the example of the dude who said the bottom for XRP is at this range, is the same dude who said the dollar was going to collapse, and he's wrong again, yes, again. So okay, so this behavior right here, ascending in a bearish way, so it doesn't matter if it's a rising wedge or ascending channel, a bear flag, whatever, the nature always tell the truth. And here we have the same kind of behavior, same thing. But for the sake of this example, let's say we use it like the same not valid or worthless methodology to call for XRP bottom here back in the day, just for you guys to have a better example here, which they called again and they were wrong again. So the range is very similar, just below the bearish pattern. And so take a look what happened. And then I asked here a few days ago, what is this range so close to a big bearish pattern? It is going to be able to hold the next move? It is a rhetorical question. We know it is not possible. So still, let's say it is possible. So if the buyers are not interested to buy at these levels, why they would buy just a little below? Why? And another thing that we are very familiar with, the worst places to be or to trade, it's in between. Those are the worst ranges ever for a trader or for an investor. And you guys don't know the drill, this is not financial advice. Just sharing my 2 cents. And yeah, so let's see, because time is the lord of such scenarios and events. And yeah. So another thing about the targets, I highlighted this structure right here in the previous video. I made the point very, very clear. There is nothing clear here. We have 2 possible scenarios, one for a bullish perspective and other for a bearish perspective. I am a XRP bull. I'm all the way bullish on XRP. But I'm not stupid to say we are going up when we are going down, and to say we are going down when we are going up. Doesn't make sense. We read what is written, And if it's not there, it's not clear. Simple like this. So it is possible and very likely that the bulls will try to maintain the lower high compared with the previous one, which is going to be above, as you guys can see. And this can lead us to a big bullish continuation pattern, which is going to be also a bottom reversal for this period of time since the beginning of 2018. Yeah, so soon this is going to unfold soon. Yeah, and now let's go for stocks. Let's take a look on just a second. Let's start with index. Just a second. Okay, so here we had the parabolic behavior. And this one right here, it's the hyperbolic behavior. Yes. And so this is on the monthly. Let's take a closer look. As you guys can see, this is 100% breach or engulfing candle. It's like I don't remember the name of the doji. It's a dark cloud doji. Okay, so this, folks, is very bad. This means it's very similar with what we have for Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin. The buyers in this range, they are dominated. They are out already. Most of them were liquidated. Like we saw this back in the day. It was fast. It was a fast move. Let's take a look on the weekly. Okay, so yeah, so we can see right here, engulfing candle, all the way dominated, big rejection, bearish spinning top. Very, very bearish. Right after, they tried to keep buying, rejected again, shooting star, tried again, lower high, rejected again. Not a bearish spinning top, but it was because we went a little up and then a bit down. So by a matter of fact, we had a bearish spinning top inside, and not to mention a whole breach right here, as you guys can see. They smashed the support and resistance traders or investors, and this is a very, very bearish. So even the flat line itself was bearish. Okay, so it's like this. Do this, it's bearish. Do nothing, it's even more bearish. Let's take a look now on the 3 days. Okay, so just a second. Oh yes, we are going to take a look on that beauty in just a few seconds. So this kind of behavior, folks, this is not bullish at all, and as you guys can see, they keep trying to buy the lower section and they keep being smashed. And this kind of candle behavior, let's see if I can address this properly. Just a second, please. So all those folks who tried to buy the lower section, they were wiped out already. Or if they didn't sold, they are in a big red. Okay, so yeah, so nothing bullish here. And now it's the worst. I shared this chart back in the day. I shared this one. You guys remember? You saw it. Here, folks, this it's a evening star. She is imagine this scenario. She's alone in the sky, shining alone, and there is nobody close to her. Okay, so it's a big thing. So especially on the daily, it's a very very strong signal. And as you guys can see, right after, what happened? A very very strong bearish activity, because the bears know it's like a call for the wild. The bears know what is the time for their to make their move, and that's exactly what they are doing. Very very bearish, very. Another hull breach, strong one. Now let's take a quick look on the 4. We were looking for this scenario right here. Just a second. No, again, this is not support and resistance approach. This is a patterns and behavior approach, okay? Because this guy was not clear, but was bearish. But then we were looking for a possible catch up here for the 100% bearish pattern. And what they did, they broke bearish way before, because always when people they don't have anything else to look at, what's the first thing that they will go for? The gap. Oh, there is a gap. We can make a quick scalp. Let's scalp here, close the gap, and then we sell. So again, it's the same kind of, quote, smarty behavior. When they pretend, it's like they want to try to fool other folks. So they pretend they are smarter. And yeah. So it is possible to fill the gap. It is. But a thing that a lot of people don't acknowledge is this. Let's say we broke bearish from this range, and don't matter where it is going to land. This is just a guess, okay? I'm not trying to be accurate or not making price predictions here. This gap can be filled later, because we know the market's recovery are going to be very very strong. So later on, let's say something like this, and they just fill the gap, okay? So another thing, it's not 100% clear here. Let me show to you guys. So it is not 100% clear, but still bearish, which is, and it also looks like a Christmas tree with that big star on top and head and shoulders. If this scenario is accurate, I will have to take a better look. If it is, this move right here can be the retest on the neckline before bearish continuation. So basically it can be the same behavior of Bitcoin. Okay. Now let's go for Dow Jones. Yes. Okay, so here let's take a look on the beginning of the year. A bearish hammer, rejected, then they tried again, rejected again, a strong bounce, and then we stopped on my key level on the first day not the first day, sorry. First month rejected, second month rejected, third month rejected again. And again printed another bearish candle. Let's take a look on the weekly. Let's address the both gaps here, which were filled already, but still. Okay, so they filled the gap and right after end up rejected a cloud, 100% cloud here, engulfing candle on the previous candle, another small attempt rejected, tried again, rejected again, shooting star, bearish, very bearish. Let me add. Okay, so and then we had a perfection around 28657 for the gap. So the gap, sorry, played out in a beautiful and symmetrical way around our key level. And as you guys can see, they were not able to even stay close in or inside this range for a long period of time. So this is it's like a strong rejection. Okay, like you are not welcome here. Get out. Something like this. And now let's take a look on the 3 days. Okay, oh, so that's a big one we have here. So the first shooting star rejected from 28657, and then the second one even more bearish, even more, all the way bearish, and again rejected from 28657. Bearish candle, bought the lower section again, and this candle here, it's the similar with that ones that we talked about when they appear to be bullish, but in a matter of fact they are bearish. We saw this for XRP as well. They tried again, rejected again, so lower high, lower high, lower high again, dominated inside bar trade. They try to buy, keep buying the lower section, and let's see how this is going to unfold soon, because the big day is close. We know markets and assets can't flatline. That's why we know when big volatility are going to step in. Another interesting thing here, so this is just a different way to see all the things that we just saw in the bigger time frames. And a big thing here is this guy right here in between, this one. Guy right. So this big one here, this, folks, is a 90% rejection. This is very bearish, all the way bearish. And not only that, the name of this candle is tombstone, which means exactly how the name suggests. Imagine that we have the tombstone, and then someone is resting below. Let's say this is a I'm not going to use the proper word because I don't want to offend people in other cultures, but I think you guys understand the scenario here. So why it is called the tombstone doji? Because there is no turning back. That's one of the ideas around this this doji right here. Okay, so it's very bearish. And if we take a different approach here, just for the sake of this example, from body to body, and then okay, so just a second, let's go from body to body first. So we can see this is bearish, but we know there is a lot of candles that we are breaching with the line in smaller time frames. So let's take a look. Okay, so here it is. And let's try again. It won't work. So let's go for the straight lines. Again, I'm not trying to look for support and resistance levels. I'm looking for validation of patterns. Okay, so this here we have a big bearish pattern. This is crystal clear. Bear flags can place in two directions. So the first one, we go down and then we ascend up, like Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. And so here there is some momentum, you know, some kind of aggression. But when the bear flag is just like this one right here, it's because there is no more firepower left. And it's just more sideways action before bearish continuation. Now let's take a look on our schedule. Just a second. Here it is. Okay. So late in September 2, we had the bear break, which was the harvest moon. We talked about this back in the day. And so we can say by around day 2 and day 3, let's say around after midnight, okay? And then the big red, a lot of days in the red, so not a big deal. The Fed meeting for 15, 16, also we nailed the outcome of the market around the Fed meeting. For people who are not aware, we are 108 people in the Champions Club, so there is a lot of witnesses. I'm not making this up. I don't need to do such a thing. That's not my nature. And we nailed the outcome. And not only for stocks, currencies, crypto, forex, metals. Basically, we nailed all the markets with a single call. But okay, so September 17, yesterday we had a new moon and also the Tether conference, very, very significant. And today the options expired. 22 is the autumn and 21. I'm not going to call this out because I don't know. Okay, I'm not a fortune teller. You guys know we talk about charts, evidence, possible scenarios, but I'm not going to say, well, a Black Monday is going to happen. I'm not a fool. Okay, that's not how it works or how we work. But 21 is very significant. Okay, also in numerology, 2 + 1, 3. Also 3 here for all the bearish activity. And yeah, we have a Monday, so can be a key day and the last day before the autumn. So in a ancient schedule, we could say this could be the last day to wipe the field. Okay, so yeah, that's 1 hour video long already, folks. Sorry for this, but there's a lot of things to take a look. My idea was to make one video for each one, but I had a lot of problems in the past few days. Some of you guys are aware, and I had problems with a neighbor, 2 dogs barking all the day non-stop, had hash, not sleeping properly. I'm very, very tired and I am exhausted, literally. Okay, so that's why I decided to make this live stream to cover everything. And yeah, So guys, I believe this is it for now. Let's see how this 2020 harvest is going to play out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this analysis may help you in some way. And thanks for your time, thanks for your patience, thanks for your support as well. Sorry, forgive me for anything. I've been very absent in the previous days. But yeah, I have been working a lot and I need some vacation as well. Okay, so this is it for now. I will see you guys soon. Stay safe. I hope you guys have a great day or a great night. And don't forget to smash the like button. And I will see you guys soon. See ya. Oh, let me take a look. Sorry, I'm still here. Let me take a look, please, on the chat, because they changed a few things here, and I don't have any idea how this works. Just a second, please don't leave. I'm still here. Sorry. Let's take a look. The chat is very important. Sorry, guys. I said goodbye, but we're still here. Just a second. Anurag. Hello, Anurag. How are you doing, my friend? Oh, 5 a.m. Very early. Lord Vendetta. Hello, my friend. Greetings from Montreal. Hello. Hello, everybody. David. Hello, David. Morning. Morgan Freeman. Hello, Mr. Morgan. How are you doing? Raj. Nice soundtrack. Thanks. It's Lost Years Converter. Sam Beckett. This is a nice track. Yes, it is. Leon, my friend. Yes, let's go. Sun. Gudon Houston. Let's get this party started. Yes. Troy. What's up? Oh, it's you. Hello, my friend. I'm finally awake. It's weekend, so I can join. Yes, wonderful. CD, my friend, should sleep. Yes, we all showed. We are not sleeping properly for a long time already. Law, it's worth to stay up. Yes, trying. Hold on. Doji. A Doji is a candle Gator. Gator is also a member of the Champions Club. Hello, Matt. Evening Star. Yes. Eagle. Hello, champions. Hello, my friend. So 10950 has a few 1000 BTC SL order. Yes, indeed, because they are also aware of the things we know. Ambience. It's so important to zoom right out and see the bigger picture. Yes, always. Lee. How do we get into the Champions Club? You can send me a normal message on Twitter. You know, just type a tweet and insert my handle, not a direct message. But right now we don't have any available spots. So I make a video to address this. Oh, have you good news? Not yet. Good news is Bitcoin is bullish. Just in the long term. Yes, all the way. Really hope so, yes. Is still a bull market all the way. I'm impatient. Don't be. There's a time for everything. A rich Christmas would be nice. Indeed, it would, but I believe things are going to start maybe by November and go wild by maybe March 2021, maybe. Hello, John. How are you doing, my friend? This is our year. Yes. Gary Rodriguez. Hello, my friend. XRP Estes. Another member from the Champions Club. Hello. I'm late to the party. No problem. You can take a look later. That's a great question. Alejandro. There is no need to take on other people's views or analysis. Just expose your view based on your knowledge and experience. You are right. You are right. But sometimes people they show me such things and ask, oh, is this valid? Is this not valid? So I like or not, I get involved in the thing. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people who watch for those things. Just trying to share some, my 2 cents. Yes, Friday night. Yoo-hoo! Great day, thanks, Matt. You make it very clear, Houston. Thank you. You are very welcome, my friend. Awoken. Hello. Ego. So sit Riordan. Hello. Thank you. So this guy is the first time that I receive a super chat. So thank you very much. It's not by the value, it's by the gesture. Thank you very much. And Leon Hamet, why do you think the market recovery will be strong, as you mentioned? Because we know the economies today are based on stocks, not on the average Joe exchanging, buying or selling, you know. So everything is about money, the printer, the banks, and the companies. So they are running the show. So that's one of the reasons we can endure or go through a bear market. So flash crashes or flash bear attack is very healthy and very necessary. So some people keep freaking out, but the thing is very bullish. Okay. Hey, Ellie, thank you. Hello, my friend. You're welcome. Ambiance, thank you, Houston. You're welcome. Hashad, my friend, how are you doing? Thanks. Take care. Yes, you too. So, guys, thanks again. Stay safe. Sorry for saying goodbye and then coming back again, but yeah, there has been a long time since I made the last live stream. And yeah, I'm still catching up with the new system of the YouTube and all the changes. And yeah, so yes, thanks again, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great day or a great night. Stay safe. See ya.